Just a beautiful day. The clouds, the sun, and all this coal and this blue stuff I don't care about. It's a perfect day. Alright, let's get moving again. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Oh, is that cat? I like cat a lot. Cat's awesome. Um, oh, that's right. Not enough inventory space for it. I guess I'll go ahead and clear out the least valuable stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Get ready for awesomeness. Oh, cool.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. 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 Trying to catch me riding dirty.
Hello everyone, this is Lord Drago here, and thank you for enduring that first little opening clip. As you can tell, I am not the best actor, but hopefully you still managed to get some enjoyment out of it. So what I have here is a nice little redstone contraption that I've made. Let me get rid of this grass. Where with a jukebox and what appears to be a blank, empty, useless wall. But when you put the record in the jukebox, it doesn't matter what record, by the way, then that happens. And these chests are here, and they're filled with this useless blue thing that, in comparison to coal and a wooden pickaxe, is very interesting and useless. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to do a nice little tutorial on this. It's relatively simple and shouldn't be hard to build. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Alright, so before you get started, what you want to make sure you have is you have your wall set up that you want to put it behind, and you also want to make sure that you have a space of 6 by 8 by 4, which is 6 deep, 8 wide, and 4 high to work with behind the wall. Alright, so as soon as you've gotten that, go ahead and place some blocks around like this, around the second piston, or I should say the piston furthest away from the slime blocks, and place some blocks around like that. You're going to be using these blocks for the double piston extender, which is the main part of the contraption. Then you're going to go ahead and take a redstone dust here, place a repeater here, and turn it to 2 ticks of delay. Place another redstone here, and another repeater with 2 ticks of delay right here. Alright, so after you've done that, you're going to go ahead and take either a furnace, a note block, or obsidian, and take it and place it right here next to this piston. Now, you should see that when you flick this lever, those both extend, and when you flick it back, then it gets pulled back like this. And now, just to make sure, go ahead and flick it again. Make sure it goes both ways. And you have your double piston extender. Alright, so as soon as you've gotten that, go ahead and place some blocks around like this, around the second piston. Or I should say the piston furthest away from the slime blocks. And place some blocks around like that. You're going to be using these blocks for the double piston extender, which is the main part of the contraption. Then you're going to go ahead and take a redstone dust here, place a repeater here, and turn it to 2 ticks of delay. Place another redstone here, and another repeater with 2 ticks of delay right here. Alright, so after you've done that, you're going to go ahead and take either a furnace, a note block, or obsidian, and take it and place it right here next to this piston. Now, you should see that when you flick this lever, those both extend, and when you flick it back, then it gets pulled back like this. And now, just to make sure, go ahead and flick it again. Make sure it goes both ways. And you have your double piston extender. Alright, so next you're going to go ahead and start laying out where your chests are going to be. I would go ahead and place your chests right here. 3 double chests on each side, facing long ways alongside with the wall. Like so. After you have that, you're going to go ahead and place actually, I'm sorry, 3 furnaces here. Again, furnaces can be substituted by either obsidian or note blocks. I'm going to go ahead and just refer to them as furnaces because you're probably going to end up using them as well. 3 furnaces here, 3 furnaces here, and then you can, for the rest of around here, you can just use whatever block you want. I'm going to go ahead and just use iron blocks, I guess. And yeah, you're also going to come here. You're going to place 2 furnaces here as well. Not 2, but I'm going to go ahead and use 2 here. This doesn't have to be a furnace, so I'll go ahead and use iron actually. But this has to be a furnace. As for blocks under here, you can go ahead and use whatever you want here and here as well. And for the roofing, you need to make sure that you use slabs. I'm going to go ahead and use stone slabs. It can be any kind of slab or stair, or it can even be glowstone or glass. Just anything that the chests can open through, where you can still open the chests with it above the chest. And the last thing you need is to place your furnace here, and you should be done with the actual double piston extender and chest part of the contraption. As you can see, it's closed. Let's go ahead and flick it again, and it is open, and you have your chests here. Alright, so the last thing you need to do before you are done with your hidden chest storage is you need to go ahead and set up your jukebox opening system. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put it here. You can put it anywhere you want, as long as you have enough room to put this part of it together. Go ahead and do that. I'm just sort of copying what I have over there. All you need to know is that wherever you put the jukebox, you can put it anywhere you want, as long as it's against a wall like this and you have space behind it. Then go ahead and place a comparator here. Place a block there, place a redstone torch, and then just put your wiring like this. Depending on how far away it is, then, like, for example, if it was way over here, you could do the same thing as I just did, and just run the wire from here all the way down to here. In this case, it's right here, so you're just going to run it like so. But one last thing you need to do before, instead of just running it right through, because as you can see, if you run it right through, this piston does not extend, because this piston is no longer powering this furnace, as long as it's connected to this redstone. It's not powering the furnace, sorry. Obviously, it is not a piston. Alright, and so, as you can see, that isn't going to work. So, what you need to do is you need to take a repeater, place it like that, and put a block here. And now you should see that it is closed. Let's go ahead and replace it back with our normal blocks again. And as you can see, when you take a record of any kind, I'll just use different ones just to show that it does work with all different records. Then put it into jukebox, and you should see that it opens up fine. Alright, one last thing I would like to mention before we are done with the tutorial is that the reason that these have to be pistons, obsidian, or note blocks is because when the sticky slime blocks retract back, then if these were something that they could grab onto, then they would try to grab onto them, and then that would bring them back, and they would break all the redstone, and that's not what you want happening. So you need to make them something that cannot be touched or cannot be pulled. Anything that the slime blocks can touch, moving back and forth, has to be furnace, note block, or obsidian. Just something they can't pull. Alright, so that is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment on what you thought of it. Leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.